And I don't know why they don't listen. Usually when somebody tells you something, they want to make sure that you understand what's coming down the street. They want to make you aware so you have time to plan. But arrogance will get you defeated. All gravity, any day above ground, live it. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Wednesday. It's hump day. Go out and hump something. In 7 hours, Trump is going to announce these tariffs. The stream will be live. But I won't be running it. My wife will be starting it. So I want to make sure you guys are in the know for it. So for those who don't know, I mentioned this yesterday, but last night there were a few special elections around the country. But the three states everybody was focused on were Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Florida. Because as we know, those were the swing states that gave Trump the victory. All right. If you went on X this morning, you saw it. If you didn't go on X this morning, you didn't see it. So we'll tell you what it is. Republicans are not happy. MAGA's not happy. And why aren't they happy? As you see on the screen, Wisconsin and Florida elections provide early warning signs to Trump and Republicans. A trio of elections on Tuesday provided early warning signs to Republicans and President Donald Trump at the beginning of an ambitious term as Democrats rallied against his efforts to slash the federal government and the outsized role being played by billionaire Elon Musk. In the marquee race for Wisconsin's Supreme Court seat, the conservative judge endorsed by Trump and backed by Musk and his groups to the tune of $21 million lost by a significant margin in a state Trump won in November. And while Florida Republicans held two of the most pro-Trump House districts in the country, both candidates also underperformed Trump's November margins. The elections, the first major contest since Trump's return to power, were seen as an early measure of voter sentiment as Trump works with unprecedented speed to dramatically upend the federal government, clashing with the courts and seeking revenge as he tests the bounds of presidential power. The party that loses the presidency in November typically picks up seats in the next midterm elections, and Tuesday's results provided hope for Democrats who have faced a barrage of internal and external criticism about their response to Trump, that they can follow that trend. Charlie Kirk, now this is where we're going to begin because now his whole reputation took a hit. I'm sure he's probably going to try to come outside today, explain this, but okay. The conservative activist and podcaster whose group worked alongside Musk to boost conservative Brad Schimmel in Wisconsin argued Tuesday's Supreme Court loss underscored a fundamental challenge for Republicans, particularly in races where Trump is not on the ballot. Okay, stupid. Let's start here. Hey, stupid. Well, Wallow J, the three that I mentioned, they were part of the seven. That's why I said it the way I said it. But, Charlie Kirk, let's start with you. Hey, stupid, you didn't realize in 2021 through 2020, we'll even say 2023, Trump wasn't in power. Yeah, you guys got back the House, but it wasn't the red wave that you guys were saying that it was going to be. You guys were also complaining that they had special elections and people weren't going outside because Trump wasn't around. Now here we are 2 years later and you're saying the same thing. What does that tell you? That tells you that, and it also tells us that you shouldn't be relying on Trump to get you every victory. You got to go out there and do the work. This is why I criticized you last year when you were running around when Arizona was in trouble. You were running over in Ohio, worrying about Ohio when you should have been worrying about your home state. and then you did 2 weeks of work, and then you sit on your platform, start crying like you actually did something impressive. When you lose, the work doesn't stop. Yeah, you may be demoralized, but you get off, you dust yourself off, and you get back to work. When you win, the work doesn't stop. You're in a lull from winning. That's when your enemies take their best shot at dethroning you. You guys have been in a lull since November 5th. And here we are, April 2nd, and you've already taken hits. You've had people leave before their job started. You've had so much criticism against what your people been saying. You've had so much inner turmoil, and now you're starting to lose seats. But okay. Let's see what you said. We did a lot in Wisconsin, but we fell short. We must realize and appreciate that we are the low prop party now. We. Okay. He said, referring to low propensity voters who don't regularly cast ballots, the party has been remade. You sure about that? We gonna find out on November 3rd next year. And Republicans finna show you how remade the party is. Special elections and all cycle elections would continue to be a problem without a change of strategy. Yeah, the change of strategy is they're going to kick all of y'all out. Y'all are dead November 3rd. Major shifts in Wisconsin. Trump won in Wisconsin in November by 0.8 percentage points, or fewer than 30,000 votes. In the first major test since he took office, the perennial battleground state shifted significantly to the left. South County, northwest of the state capital of Madison, is a state bellwether. Trump won it in November by 626 votes. Salk shifted 14 points in the direction of Judge Susan Crawford, the liberal favorite backed by national Democrats and billionaire donors like George Soros. This was another thing they were complaining about on X. Soros is back. And where is your counter? You think it's Elon Musk? Boy, y'all are dumb. Elon Musk has no power. How many times we have to explain this to you? Okay, let me help y'all since y'all can't get it. And I don't, with George Soros, I'm just about to tell you something that maybe you need to realize. George Soros is an entity. Elon Musk is a John. We'll remix that. George Soros is a pimp. Elon Musk is a John. And y'all chose to side with the John instead of the pimp. Or at least getting your own pimp. Now, he keeps sending out his stable, and his stable keeps making money and making ends. You sided with the John, and the John keeps getting arrested. The John keeps getting a negative reputation. That's okay. This is what you guys wanted. Besides strong turnout in Democrat-heavy areas, Crawford did measurably better in the suburban Milwaukee counties that Republicans rely on to run up their margins statewide. Crawford won Kenosha and Racine counties, both of which went for Trump over Democratic nominee Kamala Harris. She was on pace to win by 9 percentage points. In interviews with more than 20 voters in Waunakee, a politically mixed town north of Madison, several Democrats suggested without prompting that their vote was as much, if not more, of a repudiation of Trump's first month in office as it was a decision on the direction of the state high court. I seem to have said this last year. They were going to turn on that man. Because he would not stop talking. Hello, Brother Tori. And hello to the room. How y'all doing? Okay. Keep going. This is our chance to say no, said Linda Grassel, a retired OBGYN registered nurse after voting at the Wanakee Public Library corridor Tuesday. Others dislike the richest man in the world playing such a prominent role. I don't like Elon Musk spending money for an election he should have no involvement in, said Antonio Gray, a 38-year-old Milwaukee security guard. They should let the voters vote for who they want to vote for instead of inserting themselves like they have. Interesting. Republicans warn against drawing national conclusions. Former Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker said that part of the challenge for Republicans had been trying to connect the dots to turn the state Supreme Court race into one about Trump, a difficult task in a state judicial race. If you're somebody who showed up for Trump because you feel forgotten, you don't typically show up to vote in these kind of elections, he said, imagining voters asking themselves, what does this have to do with Trump? Still, Walker cautioned against reading the tea leaves too closely. I'd be a bit careful about reading too much into what happens nationally, he said. Trump had better luck in Florida, where Republican Randy Fine won his special election in the 6th district to replace Mike Waltz, who stepped down to serve as Trump's national security advisor. But Fine beat his Democratic challenger, Josh Weil, by 14 percentage points, less than 5 months after Waltz won the district by 33. Family, who was here when I told y'all that Florida was going to be the state to watch last year? Put a 1 if you remember me saying that. I remember when I said it, because I said it while Wallow J was up here. I said, y'all better watch Florida. Florida's going to be the state. They go to these people who are supposed to be politically connected, and they consistently get it wrong. I'm nowhere close to that, and I'm nailing this shit most of the time. Florida gonna turn on that man. It's gonna go blue. Bruh, it's about to look like 2008 next year. In 2028. You watch what I tell you. It's gonna be hilarious. They don't listen. Trump ain't gonna save y'all in 3 years. He's not. People are going to be over him by then. I promise you. Both sides of the aisle, both sides of the political ideological spectrum, they're going to be tired of that man. They're going to want to vote for who they want to vote for. Like that guy said. They just showed you another person that Trump was sitting there talking about lost. He lost. This is the functional equivalent of Republicans running a competitive race in a district that is represented by Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, said House Democrat leader Hakeem Jeffries beforehand, evoking a liberal favorite whom Trump often denigrates. Kamala Harris won that district by 30 points. Do you think a Republican would even be competitive in that district in New York currently held by Alex? Of course not. They actually could if they go on the street and actually pull policy and tell them what they're actually going to do. You got to be in those people's face every day. Every day. That's how you win. But all right. Jimmy Patronis, the state's chief financial officer, fended off a challenge from Democrat Gay Valamont to win the Northwest Florida seat vacated by Matt Gaetz, but also underperformed Gaetz' last margin of victory. The pair of wins give Republicans a 220 to 213 margin in the House of Representatives, when concerns about a thin GOP majority led Trump to pull the nomination of New York Representative Elise Stefanik to be United Nations ambassador. For voters in both districts, the clear draw was Trump. Teresa Horton, 72, didn't know much about Tuesday's election, but said she didn't need to. I don't even know these people that are on there, she said of her ballot. I just went with my ticket. Again, we're going to say it again. Say it loud and say it proud. They don't care about their local and state elections. You would at least think on the local level, you would at least know who is running your district. These people don't even know. And they're telling you straight up, they don't care. And they're telling you that, yes, we didn't like what Trump said about us, but it is the truth. We are the dumb voters that he likes. Brenda Ray, 75, a retired nurse, said she didn't know a lot about Patronus, but cast her ballot for him because she believes he'll vote with our president. Oh my God. She believes he's going to vote with our president. Oh no. It's always the old biddies. It's always them. Let me see what she said. That's all we're looking for, she said. Oh my God. She just openly says she wants somebody that doesn't think. She wants a go along, to get along politician. She doesn't want somebody to fight. So you're telling me if Trump said he taking money out of your district and that man votes for him, you're going to be cool with that? Or if Trump does do that, try to take money out of your district and he fights, you're going to get upset at him? Oh my God, I can't believe this. This is beautiful. Keep talking. Both Petronis have filed with badly outraged by the Democratic challengers. Michael Whatley, chairman of the Republican National Committee, argued that what was a GOP concern before Tuesday night had been a sign of the party's strength. The American people sent a clear message tonight. They want elected officials who will advance President Trump's America First agenda, and their votes can't be bought by national Democrats, he said in a statement. Uh-huh. Their votes can't be bought by national Democrats. How'd that work out? Hey, Mr. Whatley, how'd that work out in Wisconsin? Elon Musk and the Republicans tried to buy that seat and it didn't work. How'd that work? You dummy. I tell you, they're not smart. Republicans, yeah, listen, when y'all get your ass kicked in 28, you better go get some 20, 30-year-olds and run your party. And tap in. You better get people from the street to tap in. These people don't know nothing. Look at this. Look, that's how much the white boy lost to the white woman. I'm surprised. You know what's funny? I went on there this morning and I'm surprised that the Republicans and MAGA, well, not so much the Republicans, but MAGA didn't call this woman a DI hire. I'm actually surprised. Maybe they haven't woken up yet and brushed their teeth yet. Maybe that's when that's going to happen. Oh, my God. Let me look up the Pennsylvania one real fast. Lord. Here we go. Well, that was last week. Some dude won a race over there. Yeah, the Democrats got they took control of a Republican seat. I swear to Christ. Hey, I'm a number one. That's crazy. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to take Pennsylvania out. I thought that Pennsylvania had theirs. But this is fun. Let me say what this white man is saying.
Three elections yesterday offered a chance to see how some voters feel about the second Trump administration. Republicans held on to a pair of congressional seats in conservative districts in Florida, although Republicans worried more than expected. In Wisconsin, a liberal candidate for the state Supreme Court easily defeated a conservative backed by Elon Musk. J. Miles Coleman is an elections analyst at the University of Virginia and is following all this. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm glad you're with us. What do you make of the results?
So overall, not too different from a lot of these special elections we've had since Trump entered office. Really, the first time, thinking of those two elections in Florida, the Democrats hoped that they could pick off at least one, but the reality was those districts were so red that they were starting off from so much of a hole. However, they still beat the spread, so to speak. In probably the district that got more attention, Congressional District 6, they cut the margin from Trump plus 30 to Republican plus 15. I think that really helps explain why towards the end of last week, one of the big bits of news was Representative Elise Stefanik withdrew her nomination. And I think the thinking behind the scenes was, okay, well, if Republicans keep putting up these big underperformances, a district like hers might be sort of on the bubble in the special election.
I think we should just explain this for people who don't follow it every day. Elise Stefanik was the nominee for United Nations Ambassador. She would have had to give up her seat in Congress leading to another special election, and Republicans, looking at how things are going, win that much closer district. What do you make of the results in Wisconsin, where Susan Crawford will become the Supreme Court Justice, the next Supreme Court Justice, a liberal who defeated a conservative in a very, very expensive race?
Yeah, well, what was interesting is, so if you look at these state Supreme Court races in Wisconsin, the Democrats or the more left-leaning candidates have now won 4 of the past 5 contests there. And they've all been by about exactly the same 10-point margin. So, in a way, it wasn't inconsistent with everything else, but,
it's inconsistent.
Just for how much money that was kind of spent there, that things didn't really do that much. One thing that I would watch for now going forward because of this selection is because the liberal justices are going to keep their majority on the court. When they first got their majority a few years ago, they redrew the legislative maps, and the thinking seems to be, well, the House map could be next. Even though Wisconsin is typically a 50-50 state, the Republicans have 6 of the 8 seats in the House there. That was one reason why people like Elon Musk got so involved in this election because of its national implications. So that's definitely something to be looking out for over this next judicial term or so.
Yeah.
And what he's talking about is with Crawford getting in, they're probably going to redistrict for next year, which means that Democrats might get a couple more seats out of this. Oh, man, they don't get it. And then family, we got to start making y'all laugh. Because if you don't know, there were some crash outs yesterday. It didn't even start yet. They were crashing out. Hey, look, the 16th thing, he was crashing out all day yesterday. Look what he wrote. Matt Walsh. Fun fact, Matt Walsh has 3.6 million conservative followers and has tweeted dozens of times today. Dozens. Why are you keeping tabs on this man? That's kind of creepy. He has not tweeted a single time about the important Wisconsin Supreme Court race. Somebody said, why don't you just post about it and quit being an annoying bee? Okay, let me explain something to you. Why would Matt Walsh care about Wisconsin? Y'all already sat up there and lied and said they didn't have voter ID. They had voter ID for almost a decade. The only thing they did with that amendment or whatever they did yesterday was to put it in the Constitution. So I don't know what y'all were complaining about, but again, that's a state election. Why would Matt Walsh care about that? He doesn't care about that stuff. Y'all should have known this. He lives in Tennessee, I believe. Y'all can go find me the video where he was talking about the Tennessee elections on November 5th. That should tell you everything you need to know. They don't care about the country. They care about being celebrities. You know what Matt Walsh was tweeting yesterday? His speech at some BS about men and women in sports. That's what he was tweeting out yesterday. He wanted to show off himself. I love it, Tori. I love this. Oh, you thought he was done, though? He wasn't done. He wasn't done. Look what he wrote 8 hours ago. Overturning Roe v. Wade has had disastrous results in battleground states. It's funny. Didn't we say that y'all shouldn't have touched that? It's funny. We said, why are y'all concerned with this? Let people do what they want with their body. Oh, no. Y'all listen to Trump say we got to get rid of it and we got to put it back to the states. Where's all that talk now? Where's all that talk? Wisconsin will not have conservative leadership in my lifetime because no conservative can overcome abortions. I knew this would happen. Last two Supreme Court elections lost over abortion. Yeah, because you guys want to meddle in people's lives. Leave people alone. How about that? Here we go. Anyone disagreeing doesn't live here. And now we have a liberal governor and Supreme Court ensuring abortions are plentiful and encouraged. Hard red states will be fine, but the Rust Belt will go blue over this. Right. Because y'all meddle too much. Look, he crashing out. Look, none of the people telling me I'm wrong live here or likely voted. Overturning Roe v. Wade is supposed to be led to liberal leadership and Supreme Courts. You say zero babies to make things worse, not better. You can live your principles, but what I'm saying is reality. Yeah, because your stupid ass didn't go outside and work. You got a big ass platform. You didn't want to go out and work. So miss me. Look, he talking about the RNC, already forgot about the 2018 midterms. No, stick with your party. Stick with them because y'all were all talking about 2024 and all this. Y'all weren't worried about 2018. Don't do that now. Y'all weren't worried about 2020. Don't bring it up now. Y'all don't want to bring up 2022 because that was an embarrassment. Don't do that now. Stay in your haze. It's okay. Look, here we go. Look, we have the richest man on the planet, Elon Musk, on our side, and we wasted his money on a dumb lottery instead of harvesting votes like the Dems did. So now they want to do Democrat games. But this is the same people that tell you they want to do something different. Oh, Lord. Boots on the ground, harvesting early mail-in votes is the way. And need I remind you of 2020? Why didn't Trump visit? Nothing. Why would he visit? Y'all want him in D.C., right? Doing the work, right? He's doing the work. Watch this. I'm going to troll him. How about you should have put on your boots, changed your piss-soaked underwear, sobered up, and gotten outside. And got inside working. Because we saw him Pancakes and the rest of, and some others outside talking about, oh, you got to go out there and vote. Hey, dumbasses, y'all knew this race was coming. Why were y'all not working? You could have worked on November 5th. You knew this was coming up. November 6th, you could have worked. You didn't work. January 21st, you could have worked. You didn't work. Now it came around 2 weeks. That's all they did. 2 weeks. They knew this. They said something about this race. 2 weeks. You really were going to change hearts in 2 weeks. Oh, my God. These were the same folk who were laughing at Kamala Harris for being in a race for 107 days. And said she had no chance of winning. But y'all thought in 2 weeks, because you had Trump and you had Elon Musk on your side, that you were going to take this election. I tell you, they're not smart. But these are the people that covet an audience that are just as dumb as them. Yes, I know Val Kilmer passed away. Look, effing thank you, Florida. That protects the House in the event of Schimel loss. Okay, and we just read the report that said that people are not enamored. They lost half of Trump's gains. Oh, God. I hope y'all understand, too, this bodes really badly for Byron Donalds, since he's MAGA aligned. If a state in 6 months, no, 4 months, essentially, 4 months, can start to ease back and say, you know what, them Republicans doing a little too much. I mean, we're going to keep our majority here, but they doing too much. They don't like MAGA in Florida. They starting to turn. Remember, they the same people keep telling me they love DeSantis down there. Okay, cool. I feel you. These are going to be the same folks that's going to rally behind his wife. I'm telling you this right now, family. Y'all can hold me to this. Trump is going to take a shot at DeSantis' wife next year. I promise you. If she gets in the race, Trump is going to take a shot at her. And DeSantis is going to go in on him. And Florida is going to rally behind that woman. And Byron Donalds is going to get his ass kicked. I promise you. And I want to see them. I want to see them try to explain that after that happens. Where is it? He also crashed out again on something else. Let me see. Here we go. There's Matt Walsh. Fun fact, Ben Shapiro has 8 million conservative followers. No, he doesn't, number one. And did not tweet a single time today about the important Supreme Court race in Wisconsin. That's not even his state. He lives in Florida. Why would he care? You see what I mean? He worried about other men. Sir, you live in that state. You should have been outside. We should have seen video after video after video of you with leaflets in your hand. Hell, you might even have gotten Brad Schimmel to come on and talk about the race. You could have put in that work. I wouldn't have been able to say a damn thing, but you didn't want to put it in the work. You just wanted to bitch, right? Look, he's probably drinking, family. Look, 14 hours. He's drunk. Fun fact, the real Daily Wire has 2.5 million conservative followers. No, they don't. And did not tweet a single time about today's important Supreme Court race in Wisconsin. Why would the Daily Wire care about that? They're in the middle of trying to make sure that they don't go under. Why would they care about a Supreme Court race in a state? In a state that on November 6th, y'all forgot about. Yes, Colleen, right now, it looked like the Daily Wire going under. They hired a bankruptcy lawyer. They got Candace Leaf, Brett Cooper leave, Jerry Boring stepped down, and then somebody else stepped down. I think either somebody else stepped down that was big. So they're trying to figure out what's going on out here. He might be gone by next year, which will be great. No, Matt Walsh did not take a shot at Ben Shapiro. This is the 16th in. Look, April 1st, you said something. April 1st, the day before. I'm sorry, the day of, you said something. Where is your videos? Look, this one guy in Milwaukee has 4 times as many followers on X than the Milwaukee Journal. Who cares? Did he do the work? No. He's over there talking about Scott Pressler. Scott Pressler can't save you all. Y'all are looking at Trump and Kessler as the dynamic duo. They can't save you. Go out there and do the work. Stop bitching about black people every day and what liberals are doing. Go do the work. Go out there on your live streams and go out there and teach something. Go teach them about policy. Hell, Jeremy, go do the grift. Go up to these state houses and go film yourself. You know, hopefully you're sober and you got on clean underwear because they check. And go out there and make your case. Go do that grift. But you won't do it because nobody's going to take you seriously. They're going to look at you like a white supremacist, which that you are. And yes, you're a white supremacist. I don't care if you've had black people on your show. You're a white supremacist. Look at this. I found this morning. You'll love this. I'm starting to think MAGA doesn't think that conservatives exist. They think we're all MAGA. That's not a great assumption. Let's read that again. I'm starting to think MAGA doesn't think that conservatives exist. They think we're all MAGA. That's not a great assumption. Hey, you just figured this out? What did I say? MAGA never liked conservatives. You were pawns to amplify Trump. Great job. They're just realizing this. It took them almost 9 years to figure this out. Yes, conservatives. You know, those in name and those that actually practice it. They don't care about you. They never did. MAGA knew they couldn't go outside by themselves and say, you know what? Let's amplify Trump. Nobody took y'all serious because, number one, most of y'all were Democrats anyway. Number two, nobody knew you. I'm just going to say it. Y'all grifted off people like Sonny Johnson. Y'all grifted off of people like Darvio Morrow. Y'all grifted off people like Devin R. Jones. You grifted off people in the Republican Party that liked what Trump was saying. Y'all grifted off of them, got your names up, claimed you're conservative all of a sudden because, you know, you couldn't get on with them Democrats. Now you're starting to figure it out. What Sonny Johnson been telling y'all for a decade, they don't give a fuck about y'all. They never did. Trump's already told you he's not a conservative. He already told you that. Which y'all want to make him into a conservative, which y'all tell me he's an alpha male, so he ain't gonna fall in line with nobody. So I don't know why y'all think y'all can change him. But even still, here we are, April 2nd, and you've just figured out that MAGA is a bunch of sycophants that want to claim whatever's hot. And by claiming anything that's hot right now, that's how to get some visibility. They amplified and profited off your rage. Oh, it's just wonderful when they figure this out. See, to them, either you love Donald Trump MAGA or you're liberal. I was in a thread yesterday and told these folks, you do realize the Democrats are gonna come back on a crime agenda. Motherfucker gonna tell me Democrats love crime. I'm like, you gotta be the dumbest person I've ever seen in my life if you think Democrats love crime. You think you have a mayor in New York City that literally told everybody 7 times during the debate, I'm bringing back stop and frisk. How you gonna tell me they into crime? Y'all watch Democrats hire a cop to be their mayor. In the biggest city in the country. And you think they're not about crime. You think they're against crime. The Democrats wrote the fucking crime bill. And Republicans, like sycophants, went right in line because they knew they were going to get resources out of it. And they're going to do it again. It's just funny when we tell them, when they like to call us woke, and we tell them, well, guess what? You could call us that all you want, but we've seen these plays happen before. They always come back around. Always. The crime bill is coming back around now. Y'all are going to figure this out next year when it happens. Then y'all going to be sitting there looking stupid. Oh, I know. I saw it. I personally push it forward. MAGA wants conservatives out. To some of us, Reagan really wasn't that great. Carter was just that bad. Well, of course they want conservatives out. The real conservatives in there push back on MAGA. Can't have that. You can't have the conservatives in line. They would push everybody out, and everybody knows the Republicans would side with those conservatives, not MAGA. Ron Paul is giving Trump the blues right now. Oh, Lord. What's the space between MAGA and not never Trump conservatism called? Hate the cult nature of MAGA, but appreciate the fire that have been brought to a failing brand of conservative politics since I've been around. Because you fuckers don't go outside. That's why. You bastards don't go outside. You whine all day. Go outside. Put in the work. See? Somebody said it. Come November 3rd, 2026, when they get B-slapped into the minority, they will realize we exist. I'm telling you this is going to happen. It's going to be beautiful. Trump went in the primary, so definitively, certainly leads credence to their view. There are conservatives that sure didn't vote in the primaries a year ago. They actually did. See, this is what I mean. This is Trump's base right here. Stupid. Let me help you. Most of those people wanted DeSantis. Yeah, I know. Most of the conservatives wanted DeSantis. To lock Florida in as an easy victory and to further that agenda, they like what he was talking about. They liked how he was running Florida. Mm. But it's funny. Y'all always forget this. You always forget it. Hey, Colleen, you want a better show than that? I'll give you a better show than Designated Survivor. This is a bad version of The West Wing. As great as that president was, without the people around him, that show don't last. Dare I say John Amos helped keep that show on the air. God rest his soul. He told the president what it was. Yes, Manny, they're the real DEI hires. His entire cabinet is DEI. But a lot of conservatives, including me, thought that MAGA was conservative. The bad assumption goes both ways. You thought MAGA was conservative? MAGA's full of Democrats. God, I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, but I don't care. MAGA's full of reformed Democrats. And the faster they figure that out, the faster they could kick him out. Now, Cosmo, you know the answer to that. No, Colleen, I'm not being coy. I'm being dead serious. MAGA's full of Democrats. They're full of liberals. Most of them told you their story. They used to be a liberal. They used to be a Democrat. But then I didn't like what was going on with Obama. And then I listened to Trump talk. And then Trump was making sense. And then, I said, you know what? I'm no longer going to be a Democrat. And then I rode the wave. Mala Ekpanobi, that's her story. Candace Owens, that's her story. ABL, that's his story. Tatum Tots, that's his story. Greg Forehead, that's his story. That is a cut and paste story if I've ever heard one. Actually, St. Clair said the same thing. The redheaded libertarian said the same thing. I think it's simpler than that. Most MAGA that I personally know were generally associated with conservatives, but not thoroughly researched on conservatism beyond a few key voting issues traditionally carried by Reagan, H.W. Bush, and W. preceding Trump. Well, what does that tell you? I don't mean that as a slight, as most people are generally not political. Excuse me. Then along comes Trump, who spoke to a lot of those conservative viewpoints with a bunch of nationalism, populism scattered in between. He spoke about issues that guys talked about at a bar over beers, but were never taken seriously by mainstream politicians. And MAGA, I hate that term, became a huge tidal wave that was cemented in place after all of the media conspiracy. Well, you got a bunch of jackhammers on the right side about to show you how weak that concrete is. Listen, most of these people that are MAGA aligned and are in MAGA will never go outside and try to explain these points. Don't look at them Charlie Kirk videos and think that he's intelligent. He's not. He's going in front of college students. Tell him to go actually have a real debate with real folk. We saw that already. He yelled at Chunk Yogurt because he called him out. Every time Charlie Kirk goes talk to some adults, he looks like a fool. And I'm talking about adults past the age of 25. He looks like a fool. This is great. I love this. Then I got brother Jeff on here trolling yesterday, and people are so dumb they don't even realize what day it was. Look, y'all gonna love this. Where my Texas people at?
Members, you've heard the motion. Is there any objection? Chair is none. The rules are suspended. Following resolution, the clerk will read the resolution.
H.R. 32 by Leilani recognizing Pakistan Day at the state capitol.
March 23rd, starting next year, will be known as Pakistan Day in Texas. Yeah. While y'all was sitting up there just having a dance party because Trump won, they were doing this. Nobody. Where's y'all's Gumby Gomez to talk about how she let this happen? Huh? Hey, Gumby Gomez, why didn't you say something about this? Why didn't you say this is what you try to fight against? Nah. Why? Because you look at the Pakistanis as conservatives? That's why you didn't want to touch it? Y'all so concerned with what Trump is doing, y'all took the eye off. So not only did they do this, family, in Texas, but they allowed Muslims to buy over 100 acres of land to build their own city in Texas. But y'all want to talk about how Muslims are bad. Oh boy, this is the same state was allowed Epic City to be built for a Muslim-only community. Oh, wait a minute. Weren't y'all just talking the other day about goddamn segregation? Wait a minute. Y'all was the same group talking about no more DEI, right? Which means you didn't want nobody around you that wasn't looking like you. Now, all of a sudden, you pissed off that people are saying, you know what, we're going to take what you said. We're going to put our money behind it. We're going to go to these legislatures, and we're going to show you we could take your bullshit, and we could spin it around for our benefit. Now you're upset that they over there segregating themselves. Lord have mercy. Hey, by the way, them same Muslims took over a whole state up there in Michigan, but y'all don't want to have that conversation. I love it. Don't you just love it when they get their comeuppance? Don't you just love it? Look, he upset. Look, it's one of them frog idiots. Look, he mad. Well, listen, look here, lady. Them Texas people don't even want you from California no more. Remember, years ago, they said, don't California, I'm a Texas. Oh, man, if I wouldn't get hit with copyrights, I'll play some music right now. Here we go. Texas, look, what I tell you, Texas has enormous German, Polish, and Czech settlements that were pioneers that built the state. No day of recognition, but you jump on a plane en masse in the 21st century, you're a contributor to the culture. Hey, since you're going to go this far with Pakistan Day, you might as well do a day for California transplants. You might as well do that. California Transplant Day in Texas. All the barbecue restaurants down there, they should be smoking avocados. Every menu at the Texas barbecue should have smoked avocados one day. Oh my God. This is hilarious. Oh yeah, Cosmo, we remember down there near College Park, and then they got upset when the video kept circulating. People were like, yo, this is great. They took it right out the algorithm. They buried it. Hey, Kayla, that's great. Guess what's going to happen? Democrats going to take that. The Democrats about to go behind a Muslim candidate, and they ain't about to win. A Democrat Muslim person, a Muslim Democrat. And you can't tell Dearborn nothing. Don't forget about Arizona and New Mexico too. Very Saudi and other Gulf state takeover down them parts. There you go. You have a Pakistan Day in Texas. How the hell is this nonsense even allowed? The American people need to fight against this evil and put an end to the liberal BS. No, that's y'all's problem. That's y'all's fight. Remember, y'all want to fight everybody that's not white. Go fight. Go fight. Go fight. Y'all gonna fuck around and lose Texas to the Democrats, and then y'all are done in this country. Keep playing. This is gonna happen to Florida if Byron Downs is elected governor. Jesus. Jesus. Wait a minute. You MAGA. Hold on. Wait, you MAGA and you went in on the Byron Donalds? What? Oh no. Texas, get your shit together. It's already law. So what are they getting together? Oh, I know what they better get together that curry. I ain't making no joke. Pakistanis eat curry. But yeah. They let this pass, right, family? But imagine if it was Palestinian Day. Oh, they'd be outside. They'd be outside. Texas going bright blue. We left 5 years ago. Okay. Texas is no longer American. Here we go. Texas, what do you think? Are you going to bring King Charles over to run into? This is not God's will for Texas or America. Well, listen. Listen, who cares? This is a white problem. Because when black folks were down there telling you that there was issues down there that y'all need to worry about, y'all said, shut up and pick up our horse's shit. Okay. Black folk are quiet. Now look what's happening. Y'all got some scumbag out there trying to unseat Jasmine Crockett, who all he wants to do is fight Hollywood and go up to DC and get a 6-figure paycheck. Because if he really cared about his state and his district and his neighborhoods that are black, he would be working for the Texas state legislature, not trying to run the DC. Nah. 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 I just find this funny. And then this thread was funny. So somebody told this person, the government is white supremacy, protected systemic racism until it isn't. And this is the thread where I told folk that the Democrats are going to run on a crime agenda. And he said, I'm crazy. He needs proof. I'm like, dude, you already have the proof. You just don't want to seek it out. Then he kept bringing up the media. So I told him, the fact you keep bringing up media or brainwashing is really sad. I'm telling you about policy on the Hill in these local state legislatures, and you're worried about TV and social media. This is what I mean. If they don't tell you on TV and social media, you think it don't happen. Y'all need to read. Research on who? On Byron? They try to remake that man right now, and it's hilarious. They try to make it seem like that man's out there doing the work. He ain't doing no work. He ain't done no type of work. Look, they radicalized Kaya Willis. Now she talking about both sides. Oh my God. She ain't say nothing about Israel. Her first post back, she talking about this. Oh my God. Manny, she's not going to get unseated. That's the problem. She's not going to lose her seat. Sheldon Daniels already got outed. He's done. He has no chance. Even with a Trump cosign, he has no chance. Number one. And then I'm going to leave because Tori has his live out. Number one, that district is mostly black. Most of them white people don't care. They only care because they want to take credit to say that they helped defeat Jasmine Crockett. Number two, as I said, Sheldon Daniels has proven himself to be a fraud. And he can get mad at me all before I said that. You're a fraud, sir. You're not serious about helping that. This asshole did a whole video the other day. We had some woman outside. Now, he want to talk about how Hollywood portrays black people. He wants to fight against that. The person he has in a video has on a bonnet outside. A bonnet. And it's like y'all sitting up here and y'all don't even see the play. Y'all just see this man talking about Jasmine Crockett all day. Where is that video? You got to see it. Is it this one?
On it, South Dallas. Got my ex-boom coon, got my driver with me.
No, that's not it. It might be this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Look at
get
this.
close, Jasmine. Hey, look, you should have did your job. We trusted you. You messed us over. I got respect, but the job need to get done. We got the job. We trusted you. Yeah. We get.
Why would you have this person out there with a bonnet if you're going to do a video? Why would you do that?
Getting votes, Jasmine. Hey, look, you should have did your job. We trusted you. You messed us over. I got respect, but the job need to get done. We got to be looked out for. So that's why I'm running. I got to do it. I got to do it. Hey, do it for the children. Do it for the.
Come on, bro. Come on. How are y'all allowing this? But they got it. When he gets killed next year in the election, you'll understand why. Anyway, y'all gonna enjoy Torian's his premiere. I'm gonna get up out of here, relax before I have to go to work. Y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.